What is good, everybody? Welcome back to twitch.tv/FitzPatel. I am your man, Fitzpatel, and we are here with the fabulous Ethnic Squares for we are going to play some more Dungeons and Dragons. Yay! So, up first, we have the wonderful Jessie G.
It's me. What's going on?
How are you?
I'm
we are
fine.
good. We had a few technical issues, I'm not going to lie, but we've had a mental breakdown, and here we are. So, we are doing well. Next up, returning for their first episode in this brand new adventure, we have the wonderful Robin GL.
Hello.
Hey, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, we're doing good. Are you ready for some D&D, doggy dog?
I think so, yeah.
Yes. And then, returning as Cut, our new mysterious adventurer, we have the wonderful Nerf Alice.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi. How are you?
Ready to play some D&D.
Yes, so am I. And we have the best part of the business. We know her as Sky, but you know her as Press X to Lucy.
Hello, thanks for having me back.
You are very, very welcome. You are most welcome. And introducing our newest adventurer, we have Jedberg, but you know her as KTG.
Hello. I'm excited.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. Yeah.
Apologies for all the technical issues we've had before, but let us get on with some shenanigans. Speaking of shenanigans, how about we have a cheeky little theme song? Made it to the weekend, adventurers on the rise, solving riddles and casting missiles, throwing daggers at their eyes. If you're into fortune and glory and tales of the heart and soul, finding clues, knocking out some fools, depending on how they roll. It's D&D. Yeah. With the Ethnic Square. It's D&D. Yeah. With the Ethnic Square. They got the sheets and they got the dice, the treasures of the past. Yeah. It's D&D. With the Ethnic Square. How about that, everybody? One of these days I'll get sick and tired of that, but it is not this day. It is not this day.
Never.
Fantastic. So let's crack on as we always do on twitch.tv/Hotel with previously on Dungeons and Dragons. The adventure began with the Ethnic Squares traveling back to the city of Whitestone in the northeast of Taldori. Their plan was to revisit the Journey's End Tavern, where the party originally formed. The passage of time since their last adventure has seen the lineup change somewhat, but their spirits were high as they reached the city gates. For Sky the Bard, recalled at their arrival coincided with the winter's Crest Festival. Leaving the pair of ponies Robin and Phil and Iana's calves with the stable masters, the party travelled to the common ward and pushed open the heavy-set doors of the tavern. A toast was raised to honour the adventurers that had departed and to welcome the new heroes who joined their ranks. Shortly after, Pavato the Ranger left to check in on those ponies. It was at this point where Yorda the bartender wished the patrons a merry Winter's Crest Eve and invited the bold and the brave to take on the defending champions in the Gauntlet of Guzzling, the Field of Flagons, the Contest of Consumption, better known as the Hour of Honour. The party then noticed... Glug all right. The party then noticed there were one person short of a full team. Sky then spotted a hooded figure having a quiet drink and invited them to join the team and compete in the Hour of Honor contest. The first of 5 wins would be crowned champions, and it fell to their new friend Cut to bring home the win for the Ethnic Squares. The next morning saw the party head into the Central District to take in the sights and sounds of the Winter's Crest Festival. It was here that they found the fabulously decorated stand of one Gilmore and his glorious goods. After a friendly meeting, they ran into the gnomes, Pike Trickfoot, and Scanlan Shorthole. We left our adventurers with the promise that they would be introduced to the rest of the legendary heroes known as Vox Machina. And let us begin, everybody, with episode 2, Winter's Crest. Pike and Scanlan are deep in conversation with Gilmore about life, love, and everything in between. They're very excited to be amongst friends, talking excitedly and often bursting into fits of laughter as they recall some of their adventures. Talk soon turns to you, with Scanlan particularly interested in your party name. The Ethnic Squares, eh? You know, I've taken on a few A-listers in my time. Burt Reynolds, Francois Bertrand, Jean-Luc Australia, A. Sedon. But your party name is up there. Which one of you geniuses came up with that one?
We'd rather not talk about it.
Fair enough. And he then goes on to say, I take it as people adventure. You'll be dabbling with a little spice later on then. I'm going to give you a knowing wink. Pike soon cuts in. Don't listen to him. He once bought a bag of herbs and spices in Marquette thinking he scored A-class drugs. Scanlan turned around saying, hey, that happened only one time. They all break out into bursts of laughter once more. Scanlan produces a piece of parchment with a list from his pocket, and his jovial expression turns to one of worry. He suddenly realizes that he has a package waiting for him across town in the Northern Ward, and time is pressing here in the Common Ward, where he and Pike have a few faces to meet before they reunite with Vox Machina. The gnomish bard turns to you with a favor to ask. Shoot, so many things to do today. I knew something was bound to slip my mind. Would you do me a huge favor and pick up a package from the Slayer's Cake Bakery and bring them to the festival?
Sure thing.
You would? Fantastic.
We're heading that
You're
way,
gonna
aren't
make
we?
so many kids happy today. Head
Oh,
north
that's
from
what
here.
I have to
But you are now. So head north from here to the Northern Ward and you'll find the bakery in the main thoroughfare. The package is under the name Burt Reynolds Esquire, one of my many other names, he says with the trademark smirk. Can you make a perception check for me, please?
Ooh. I can.
Absolutely, Kessel. Do you spice? It's a question we all ask ourselves.
Perception, yes?
Yes, please.
18 total.
Fantastic. So, Scanlan says his name is Burt Reynolds. You spot Pike shaking her head, but still with a smile that only the charm of Scanlan short talk can bring. Okay, then. So, with that task in mind, you set off from Dawnfather Square towards the Northern Ward. Such as the vastness of the Sun Tree, you're shaded from the snowfall for some time, and it's at this point Sky says, "Praise the Sun Tree!"
Praise the sun!
There you go.
That's awfully close to another phrase from another game.
I don't think so.
I think
I
we have
don't know
to
about it.
workshop
No,
that.
it's-
I didn't throw my hands
Totally
in the air
original.
either. No,
Okay.
didn't do anything like that.
I certainly did. Don't you worry. So, as you work your way through the city, you draw your hoods of your cloak up and discover that the crafter Gilmore is as glorious as the man himself. You find that the cloaks keep you comfortable in the biting cold of Whitestone in winter. After 15 minutes or so, you all arrive at the famous bakery, the Slayer's Cake. The signage outside features a cupcake with a mace slammed into the frosting. You hear the chime of the bell as you walk in, and the aroma is enough to lift you off your feet. We are talking cartoon levels of good smells in this bakery. Looking around, you see a collection of sun treats, trinket bear claws, angel food cake, Atarian's blondies, cream puffs, and a pyramid of homemade profiteroles on display. That is a tricky word to say. You notice that a human pops up from behind the counter. Welcome to the Slayer's Cake, dear travelers. Garnet Lee at your service. What can we do for you today?
Who had the piece of paper?
Uh-huh.
Was
I
it a
didn't take
specific
it.
order?
There's a
Yeah.
cake or
Was
something.
it under a name?
I think
Burt Reynolds has
Ah.
an order we are to collect.
Burt Reynolds, also known as the Meat Man. Let me get them for you. So he goes down to the back of the shop and he brings out a bunch of boxes and he checks his list. Says, all bought and paid for. No worries whatsoever. So as I said, the gentleman goes into the room at the back of the bakery and returns a few minutes later with several large cake boxes. You notice that each of the boxes are decorated with love from Vexalia of Whitestone, picked out in exquisite gold lettering. Scanlan has ordered a small mountain of treats to give to the children attending the festival, but in Vex's name, not to draw attention to his own charitable work. What a nice guy Scanlan is. With the boxes split between the party, you begin to wonder how the diminutive gnome was going to carry all these to the festival. Yucut, being familiar with some of the antics of Vox Machina, explained that his plan was probably to cast Bigby's hand and use the spectral form as a cart. You give your thanks to Garnet and leave the bakery and look to head towards the common ward of the city. All right then. So you make your way through the city, talking slightly about meeting Vex and the team. Rounding a corner, you are greeted by the sight of an enormous Goliath barbarian and a tall half-elf druid adorned with a beautiful autumnal leaf cloak. Most of your attention is drawn to his enormous blood axe in his arm, and the Goliath extends his other arm and bellows for you to stop. Hold! State your business here! At this point, the half-elf steps in front of the Goliath. Grog, don't be so rude! Grog's expression turns from one of authority to one of confusion. But Keyleth, I have official duties here in the city. Besides, this lot mentioned Vex, and I thought... Keyleth puts a reassuring hand on Grog's arm. You take note of her fiery red hair, ornate antlers, and her staff, which you imagine commands a huge sense of arcane power. I'm sure they're here for the festival. Everyone is. Besides, I like to think these have a good read on people. And you look friendly enough. I'm Keyleth of the Air Ashari, and this is Grog Strongjaw. Guess all right, bidet.
I take holding all the cakes in my hand. I do as deep a bow as I can.
There we go.
It's an honor to meet you both, but like trying to like kind of balance the cake so I don't like drop them at the same time.
We get that. So, at the mention of the names, you recognize them as members of Vox Machina. You recall Kane retelling the heroic tales of the party from his research notes when he was looking into the symbol of Serenray. And Keyleth goes, well, it's been some time since Vox Machina has been adventuring, but it's nice that we get together every once in a while now. Now it's all official titles, families, and jobs. I'm the voice of the Tempest for my tribe, the Air Ashari. And Grog pipes up, sorry about that. See, Perse gave me his title of Grand Poobah de Doink of all this and that, and it's something I take very seriously when I'm in Whitestone. And then he says, what you do with all these boxes?
We are taking them to your esteemed colleague, Scandlin, or Bert Reynolds, or whatever name he's using at the moment.
The meat man.
Says, oh, Pickle and Scan Man, let's go. Grog swipes up a bunch of boxes from you and takes off in the direction of his friends. It takes around 10 minutes of chasing after the giant strides of the Goliath, but you soon reach the entrance of the festival back under the sun tree. You see Vexalia wearing a beautiful dark set of robes, and she recognizes two of you, giving you a cheeky wink. She's instantly caught from a huge hug from Grog, who lifts her clean off her feet. When he finally lets go, Vex takes a moment to give Keyleth a long, deep hug too. Wiping away a few tears, she composes herself and greets the two of you. And Vex says, my dears, how are you? Good to see you both. I see your party has changed somewhat. A merry winter's crest to you all. And it's at this point, you can all introduce yourself to Vexalia.
Hello, a merry winter's crest to you too. I'm Sky.
She gives you a deep bow.
Thank you.
Hello. I'm Provato. Nice to meet you.
Fellow ranger, I see. She gives you a cheeky wink.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Ayana. What's up?
Good to see you.
Vex, it is my honor. I am Cut, and I take my hood off for the first time. So you can see a mask that I'm wearing, which kind of looks like it's carved wood, and it's got like little tufts of hair just in one line in the middle. So it's like carved wooden cat face with just one tuft of hair going through the middle.
Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, exactly. Grog pipes up. Where are my nieces and nephews? And of course, Percy and Trink. Grog's instantly cut off by a huge brown bear who tackles him to the ground. Grog gives out a hearty laugh and has a wrestle with Trinket the bear. Trinket is wearing a deck, but still makes a loud sound as he rolls onto his back. The great bear gives Grog a huge lick of affection after their tussle and then goes back to Vex's side. What a nice strong bear.
Are we allowed to? Can we pet the bear?
He gives you a lick of the face. Infection.
Yay!
Vexalia says, Percy should take in the chair of the children, Grog. They have a few duties to get to, but they'll be along shortly. And Grog goes, oh, that's good. Have you seen Pickle and Scanlon? Vex is about to reply, but just smiles and points. And you see two gnomes, Pike and Scanlon, emerge from the crowd. The members of Vox Machina all take turns giving each other the warmest of hugs, beside themselves in joy. You stand to one side, not want to spoil their moment. You all spot an approaching human male. He's dressed in striking blue long coat over a white shirt, which pairs nicely with his stark white hair. What also catches your eyes is his intricate spectacles. Vexalia smiles and rushes over to him and the children in tow. Percy, darling, look what I ran into! And she waves enthusiastically at Vox Machina. Percy comes over to embrace his party and then turns to you to introduce himself. Says, how do you do, my friends? I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Percival Frederick Trine from Musil Kolowski de Rolo III of Whitestone, he says with a bow.
Yes, but
We said the name, we didn't flub it. And then Percy says, you must come and join us in Castle Whitestone this evening. We can share stories, enjoy a magnificent feast to mark the winter crest, and watch Grog and Pike try to drink each other. Would you like to accept the invitation?
You had me at drinking?
Yeah.
There we go.
You had me petting the bears.
Percy asks one of the Crown's Guard to send word to the castle to have the guest quarters prepared for you all. The day passes with you all enjoying the sights and sound of the Winter Crest Festival. It's chilly, but your cloaks do their job of keeping you warm. Dr. Dranzel and his spectacular travelling troupe perform to the crowd, and the children are running around full of sugar from the treats provided by Scanlan. They are hyped AF. They're not going to bed anytime soon. You all make your way north and take the road to the castle. You hear the chatter, cheer, and glee of the townsfolk in the taverns that you pass. It's truly a time of peace and celebration in the city. It takes around 40 minutes, but the sight of the gleaming marble structure of Castle Whitestone soon greets you. After taking a moment to take in your surroundings, you take your seats in the grand dining hall. It is clear that extra effort has been made for the reunion of Vox Machina. The banners and flags bear the insignia of the party, while the rest of the castle has been decorated to mark the festival. There's a large roasted hog, which you're pretty sure Grog is going to consume by himself. But it's when 2 large barrels of ale are brought out, you hear Grog say, "The Grand Poobah to Doink approves!" May I ask one of you to make a perception check, please?
I could do it if you'd like. I think my perception is quite good. I've got Batman perception. All right.
She does. You detective mode last time out.
All right, I'll check my detective mode on. This is when I fail. Let's see. 26.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, see, I could X-ray vision over here. I've got Batman and Superman going on.
So you notice that there's an empty chair at the table, as if there was someone missing from the gathering.
It looks like someone's missing from the gathering.
So Keela turns to you and takes a moment to tell you about the tragic tale of Vax'ildan of Vox Machina. She says, well, it was a really nice touch by Percy to have a space for Vax. He's my late husband, Vex's twin brother, and made the ultimate sacrifice to save Exandria. We've had plenty of adventures, saved the world a couple of times, found some legendary items, fought some dangerous dragons, yada, yada, yada. But when Vecna ascended to godhood, we reached out to the gods themselves for help. We wouldn't be here today without them. A few members of Vox Machina bound themselves to the gods and became their champion to exact their will here on the material plane of existence. After a moment of quiet, she changes the subject. So, Pike was telling me you was in the presence of the Lady of the Everlight. Was that true?
Yeah, it is. That's a thing we did.
Cool story, bro. Pike says, to be blessed by entering the celestial plane is something special in itself. I'm sure Pike would agree. There aren't too many who walk Exandria with the light of the Everlight shining over you. You notice Pike smiling from ear to ear as she's loving being reunited with her party. What's next for you? Will you be searching for more symbols of the gods? There are so many gods out there and all manner of justice to be served in their names. I'm sure the gang here can point you in the right direction.
Honestly, guys, I don't know if we decided what we're doing next.
I don't think so either. Got any ideas?
Yeah, well, I'm sure we can give you a couple. It's at this point where Grog Strongjaw strides over, his arms wrapped around several large tankards of ale for all of you. Over the course of the next hour, you proceed to swap stories about your latest adventures, the beasts you fought, and the enemies you've slain. Once conversation died down, Keela takes a moment to think and turns to Scanlan Shortholt. Scanlan, do you serve the Gnome Mistress? The Gnomish Bard is quick to respond. Indeed I do. Ion got us out quite the pickle when we fought Vecna, and in turn, led me into this pickle's heart afterwards, he says, while taking the hand of his darling wife Pike and kissing it. Ion the Gnome Mistress is always keen to find followers with the sharpest of minds. I had a temple constructed to her under our old keep. Keela turns back to you. This could be something to look into. The gods themselves have placed artifacts and symbols in places special to themselves. And then she says there's also the Raven Queen. Vax was her champion, and she was fundamental in bringing people back from the great beyond when we fell in battle. She even helped me come to terms with his passing after his time on the material plane was called. We built an altar to her here in Whitestone, just a bit further on from the Temple of the Dawn on the eastern side of the city. Vexalia gives you, Ayana, a warm smile. She says, you know, my dear brother was a rogue just like you. I'm sure his spirit will assist you with the matron of ravens.
Hell
Pike chimes
yeah.
in. So, the ethnic squares have a new mission, right? She asks with a gleam of hope in her eye.
I think so. I don't know. Rest of the party, what do we think? We down?
Let's do it.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
Do
Meh.
the thing.
Do the damn thing.
The evening passes with the swapping of stories, laughter, and merriment. Grog the Goliath loses an arm wrestle to Pike the Gnome, challenging all of our monster persona. Scanlan serenades you all with song with his lute, with he and Sky riffing back and forth. Sky, it's awesome. You and Scan man just going back and forth with your
Hell
with your
yeah.
musical stylings. Keyless shapeshifts into all manners of creatures and elementals, much to the children's amusement, and Percy signs off the evening with a phenomenal firework display for the people of Whitestone to enjoy. Dagger, dagger, dagger. That's right, that's right, Kes. Dagger, 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 indeed. You come to consciousness after a deep sleep the following morning in the luxurious guest quarters of Castle Whitestone. So this is the morning after. Few sore heads, but it's all good. A full dwarvish breakfast is waiting for you in the dining hall. Percy, Vex, and the children are already there, and the rest of Vox Machina join shortly afterwards. Aside from the grumbler Trinket the bear tearing into a juicy steak, it's a very peaceful morning in Whitestone. Pavato, Grog gives you a hearty slap on the back as he walks in. Can you make a dexterity check for me, please?
I can.
Let's see if he's about to lose his glass of milk.
Oh no. Hang on.
Dexterity check, please.
Yep. I'm trying.
It's all good.
Hang on.
It's fine, Robin. After the tech issues I've had this morning, or today rather, you're absolutely fine. Do you hand, my friend?
Yeah, I think so. It won't let me click any buttons at all. So.
Oh, you might be on the read-only version.
Why is that a version?
I don't know. But it's happened to me a couple of times.
Do you want to just open the page up again?
I tried.
Okay. So I just rolled, you rolled a 19 plus whatever your dex modifier is. So you just about managed to hold on to your glass of milk, and Badra doesn't get drenched. Goliath the Barbarian says, "Morning, hope we're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed." Vexalia produces a scroll from her bag and begins to unfurl it, explaining that she received a letter recently all the way from the sun-baked land of Marquette. The letter had come from the desk of Jamonsa Ord, who some of you briefly met outside the caverns of Dundar. Do you remember that? Vex begins to read the letter out loud. It dawns upon you that it's from one of the original members of the Ethnic Squares, Mavis Benarak.
Mavis is dead. Don't even do this.
The letter reads, "My dearest Squares, I hope this letter finds you well. With you going all over Taldor and your daring do, I wasn't sure where to send this letter to. I know my exodus was abrupt, and for that I can only apologize. I trust that you've come to accept that saving my people took precedence over a lifestyle adventure. I bet my tail that some of you made new friends, that you've made some new friends along the way too. Given that Exandria isn't covered in eternal darkness, I imagine that your quest to retrieve the symbol of Serenway was a successful one. Good job, team. Know that I'm proud of you all. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't glad to avoid the reception the Dragonborn will receive in Craghammer. I'm sure your journey through the Dwarven City was a smooth one. My time here has been a success, with several blood transfusions and the help of Jamon Sa'ord. By the way, did you know he was actually a shapeshifting bronze dragon? We've managed to formulate the beginnings of a cure for the disease that's ravaged me and so many people. Jamon is helping with the fundraising efforts to help the people most in need, a primitive game called Golf. I'm still confused about it, to be honest. I hope it heartens you to hear that I'm enjoying the feeling of sun on my scales once more and knowing that I'm helping my people with this gift. If only I can get these fools in the Cerulean Palace to stop calling me Mavis the Frail. Jamon says I'm not allowed to throw my javelin at them. With love, Mavis Bellarak. From your DM, shout out to Please Be Excited, hosting a tournament on July the 3rd and Mario Golf Super Rush for extra life, raising money for those big, beautiful kids. Twitch.tv/Please Be Excited for all of those details going forward. Shout out to you, Ben. No reaction for the party, but it is all good. So
Yeah, because fuck Mavis.
I don't know who Mavis is. Sorry.
I'm the only, and Badra, Neo, and I are the only ones who know Mavis.
there you go. So, with the fate of Mavis known, Percy stands up to address the room. Let us raise a glass to the ethnic squares and wish them well on this and every adventure to come. And they all raise their glass and cheers all around. To that end, we have a gift for each of you. You're each handed an intricate earring. It looks like an earpiece, which you find fits perfectly.
No way,
Sally begins to explain. These devices will help you hear each other when things get loud or you're up to a short distance away from each other. We found these especially helpful. Dragons can make an awful racket. Have you decided whether you'll head first in search of Iron the Knowing Mistress or the Raven King?
Well, we haven't decided. What are we going to do?
I get the coin out of my pocket
Sure.
and flip it. I can hear myself twice.
I can
That's
also
okay.
hear you twice. Oh.
I can hear everything.
Can't hear me. Oh, yeah.
Don't stress about it. It's all good.
Okay. I get the coin out, flip it. Can I just? I'll do heads or tails on Google.
Sure.
So what the two options?
Going after searching into Iron the Knowing Mistress first or the Raven Queen.
Okay.
So we know that. For context, you know that Scanning was talking about last night having built a temple to the Knowing Mistress in their keep outside of Imol. But here in the city, there is a temple to the altar of the Raven for the Raven Queen. So it's up to you.
Okay. So yeah, I get the coin out of my pocket.
Mhm.
And then ask. It's really hard to speak to myself.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. So I get the coin into my pocket and turn to the rest of the party and ask, does anyone have a preference?
Tails.
Okay, so we'll do heads, no, tails, Raven Queen. And I flip it. It's heads.
Okay, then. So, so at this point, Scanlon turns to you and says, the altars of the Raven Queen is here in the city. Before you go traipsing off all the way across to outside of Imol to go for Iron the Knowing Mistress. It would make a whole lot of sense. Right. All right, then. So
I looked at the coin in disappointment and put it in my pocket.
You're fine. So breakfast is cleared away and you're keen to set off on your next adventure. You give your thanks and say your farewells to Vox Machina and take the road south back to the center of Whitestone. With a clear morning sky and carrying the air of adventure, you route through your supplies as a party and find you collectively have. So, as we said last week, you each have 3 potions of regular healing, which are 2d4 plus 2, and you have 1 potion of greater healing between you, which is 4d4 plus 4. With your winnings from the Hour of Honor and all of your rest of your spendings that you would have done, you have 380 gold pieces, 157 silver pieces, and 47 copper pieces. Just a reminder for those new, the currency here in Exandria works as such. So 10 copper to a silver, and then 100 copper to a gold. There's 10 silver to a gold, 100 to a platinum, and 10 gold to a platinum piece. So at this point, with your potions and whatnot, do you feel you need to go to Gilmore's and get some more, or are you all good?
I need arrows.
So we'll say over the course of your adventure in between taking on Mumra and here, that all of your equipment is fully stocked. So you all got 20 bolts, 20 arrows, whatever it is you carry.
Perfect.
Maybe one greater healing might be a good shout. Just to more.
Sure. So you head over to Gilmore and his Glorious Goods, and Gilmore comes out and he says, "Welcome, dear friends. greater healing potions, and he goes and rummages and produces 3 that he has in stock. He says these will run you 100 gold pieces each.
I'd say let's just take one. I just don't feel good having just one in our pockets.
Sure, it's up to you. Team, do you
That's
agree?
for everyone else. Just me just spending money.
Yeah, I'm down to have another one.
Cool. So I will mark that off, and I'll let your treasurer know. +1 greater healing. Cool then. So, you all make your way east from Dawnfather Square towards the outskirts of the city. After 20 minutes traveling, you reach the Greyfield. In this area of the city, nestled deep within the parchwood timberland, is the home of the Temple of the Dawn and the altar to the Raven. It's a large stone building adorned with Palor the Dawnfather symbol above the door. Taking a moment, you will take in the magnificent structure, and we'll say, for the sake of comedy, that Sky once again says, "Praise the sun god."
Praise the sun god.
There you go. Yes, so we have the Temple of the Dawn and the altar of the Raven. A short distance away, you see a small stone structure set behind the lavish Temple of the Dawn, the place of worship of Pelor the Dawnfather. Affixed to the exterior of the small stone structure is the skull of a raven, and it is now clear that this is the place you're looking for, the altar of the Raven. The stone entrance looks like to you, Cut, to be a tomb. What would you like to do?
Just walk straight in.
Sure. So you venture inside and find a dimly lit stone staircase leading deep underground. The bottom of the staircase opens up into a small chamber. There is a stone table adorned with candles ahead of a statue of the Raven Queen. Give me 2 seconds. Can you all make perception checks, please?
I've got 7, but with a natural one.
That's a hell of a modifier.
13.
Mine was 13.
Okay, good to know.
I got 20.
Awesome. Ayana?
I said 13.
Okay, cool. So, Cut, you examine the shape of the statue. It is of a woman wearing a thick cloak. Her face is obscured with a white mask, and you see wings extending from behind her. It is eerie but a powerful visage. Ayana, you notice that there are fresh flowers laid at her feet. People are making offerings to the matron of ravens to look after those who have passed beyond this realm of living. Pavata, you notice that there are braziers lighting the room, and you get the sense that there's magic at play here to ensure that they are never extinguished. Sky, there are intricate carvings at the base of the statue here. It reads in common, "This altar is dedicated to the Raven Queen. May it serve as a beacon of prayer and sacrifice to her followers, and forever be twinned with a temple in Vasselheim." Newer reminds the party that Vasselheim will involve a trip across the Ultimate Sea to the continent of Isilra. Badra points out that it might be worthwhile investigating the lead we have on Ayun the Knowing Mistress underneath the old keep of Vox Machina used near Imol. Besides, you know that you can use the skyport in the capital city of Imol afterwards to leave Tal Dore. So you have you've explored the temple that we have here, and it's all very well and good for those who have passed and those looking to celebrate the Raven Queen to do it here. But you do know that she now has a temple, like a full-scale temple like Pelor has here, out in Vasselheim. Trouble is, that's across the sea. But before that, you know that you can go and explore the Ayun the Knowing Mistress. Are there any questions at this point?
I have a question. Can you fix the echo?
I can't. I wish there was something I can do. I don't know what's causing it.
I have to leave then.
Okay. It's fine now when Vitz talks, but it's when anybody else talks. No echo still here. Is the echo still there, or?
when I'm speaking, it's an echo.
Oh,
For
don't
me, it's
know.
when anybody speaks, except for you bits. And honestly, it makes me quite ill.
Okay, let's try this then. Stop share. Okay, can you do a? Can you guys say anything and see if you still hear an echo?
Hello. Oh, it's gone. Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
am
gone.
not echoing. You fixed it.
All right.
Okay.
Yay.
So fucked.
All right. Then. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, I can appreciate that was rough to get through, but I appreciate you sticking with me. Cool. Are there any questions at this point?
Not that I can think of.
So.
Yeah. So everybody's cool. That's fine. I will give Robin a quick text. But if he chooses not to come back, that is all good. We will crack on. So, onwards to I Own the Knowing Mistress. The road from Whitestone to Amont is a long one, winding through the Alabaster Trail past Westrun, the Bramblewood, and Kamal before reaching the capital city of Taldori. You find yourselves thankful to Phil and Robin the ponies, who will make the journey easier on you all. After roughly an hour on the Alabaster Trail, you find yourselves on the outskirts of Whitestone. The road is lined with a woodland known as the Parchwood Timberland. Sky, can you make a perception check for me, please?
I can indeed. Let's see. All I've done is use my eyes today. So much perception. 19.
Nice.
Great. So,
Good eyes.
a little off the road, you see a strange shape in the undergrowth. Jumping off the back of the Scarred Oak brewery cart, you take a closer look and discover a corpse, which looks to be that of a half-orc.
Let's have a look. Let's get a bit closer to see what's going on.
Cool. So, as New and Badra stay in the cart, could one of you make a nature check and the others make an investigation check, please?
Okay.
So who's doing what, sorry?
One of you to make a nature check and the others to make an investigation check, please.
My investigation's quite good, so I'll do one of those if that's... My nature is poor.
Mine
Your
are
nature is
both
poor,
the
but your
same.
soul is rich.
I have +3 for nature. I can do nature.
Okay.
I got 26 for investigation.
What?
Told you, my eyesight's and investigation skills.
Goodness.
I rolled a 13 for nature.
Okay, good to know.
I rolled an 8 for investigation.
Sure. Okay, cool. And I will roll for Robin. Natural 16 plus whatever it is. So, who rolled for nature, sorry?
I did. I got 13.
Okay, great. So, so examining her wounds, you can tell that she was savaged by a large bear. For those rolling investigation, one of you finds that her clothes. You find that her clothing marks her out as a shaman of the clan of the Rivermore Barbarians. Another person who rolled investigation, you find that the ground is wet and there are most likely tracks nearby. And then we'll say that Robin or Pavato, you quickly find bear prints in the mud leading westwards, as they look to be relatively fresh, no more than a handful of hours old.
What if, plot twist, it was the friendly bear?
It could have been Trinket there. Trinket wouldn't do that.
We don't know.
Upon discovering that this is the shaman of the Rivermore Barbarians, she's well out of her clan's usual stomping grounds. What would you like to do? Investigate the mystery further or leave the corpse as you found it and move on?
It's like a choose your own adventure book.
Indeed.
A side quest.
I start to get the coin out of my pocket and like look at the group to be like, Should I?
I'm up
Yeah.
for investigating the corpse further.
Me too, to be honest. I say poking it with a stick.
And then I put it back in my pocket without flipping it and be like, okay, let's go.
Well,
Okay,
I'm still suspicious about Trinket the bear. Just want to make sure. You can't have rogue bears running around the place.
I mean, Trinket was in the castle all night long. We know this much.
That's what
Do
they
we?
want you to think.
That's what they want. It's a bear agenda. That's what I've got going on. So, you suddenly hear the snap of a branch nearby. Something is out there. What would you like to do?
Look. Just
Okay. Sky, can you make a perception check for me, please?
Sure. Just to see what it is. If there's a bear, then maybe we should be scared. Let's see. Oh no, I got some dirt in my eye. 11.
Oh no, only 11. Okay, so you take a moment to focus on your surroundings for any movement. After 10 seconds or so, you hear a voice. Who goes there? Announce yourselves in the name of Whitestone.
It's
We're
the
the
ethnic
ethnic
squares.
squares.
Yeah.
I swear we just found this body, it wasn't us.
A half-elf emerges from the undergrowth. He introduced himself as Old Connaught, a hunter and gamekeeper of Whitestone. He says, I see you found the poor soul over there then. What's your intention here?
To find out what happened.
It's our
Okay,
side hustle.
They'll tell you to be careful of the bears that hunt along the shores of the Maureen River Run, but they'll not tell you why. Let's just say not every wild creature of the run is what it appears to be. What you don't know is best left alone. So heeding his words, you follow the tracks deep into the Parchwood timberland, Alder preparing to move the body of the shaman by cart so she can bury it with a modicum of dignity. 10 minutes in, you hear the sound of rushing water as you reach a fast-flowing river. This is the Maureen River Run, and it appears that in order to continue the chase, you have to cross it. You notice a series of rocks that you can use to make your way across. Can you all make acrobatics checks, please?
Oh, hell yeah.
I honor the gymnast, as it turns out.
16.
Whew, okay. Good to know.
12.
It was not as good as
Okay.
it should have been.
21.
Nice.
Thank you.
And Pavato. Oof. Okay. So all of you bar Pavato make it across without issue. However, Pavato loses his footing on the slippery rocks and falls into the river. In the commotion of getting back on his feet, he checks his belongings and finds his gold pouch opening is loose and 15 gold pieces are missing. So I will make
Oh, that's happened to me a fair few times.
I know. So you all follow the tracks deep into the Parchwood timberland for 10 minutes. Suddenly, you guys stop to a halt. You all gather around to examine the spot where the elvish bard skidded to a halt. The bear prints appear to have faded into the bare footprints of a humanoid.
Oh.
At this point, I was going to ask Pavato to make an investigation check. He rolled natural 2. So does somebody else want to make an investigation check?
I can investigate.
Sure.
I used to be a detective back in the day.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, exactly. 16.
Okay, great. So you find another set of footprints running alongside these you've been chasing. It's not immediately apparent to you which creature these belong to, but they are much fresher. In addition, the stride length suggests that they took off in a sprint from this point forward. Is there anything you'd like to do?
What, me?
Well, the whole party. So you've discovered there's another set of footprints, and they've taken off in a sprint.
Oh,
I mean, we should
Do you follow them?
right?
yeah.
Cut, do you
Okay.
want to flip your coin? Like, I know you really want to do it.
Well, my hand kind of goes into my pocket. I'm like, if the majority is to keep going, we keep going. And I take my hand out of my pocket.
So you follow the tracks deep into the Parchwood timberland, keeping your senses on high alert. You give chase to the tracks for most of the day, and as the sun begins to set, you come across a canyon that opens up. There are rocky cliffs on either side and low-level bushes and shrubbery on the ground. So, Ion and Sky, can you make and Cut? Sorry, can you all make investigation checks, please?
Sure
Sure.
can.
I will roll for Pivato.
4.
20.
Okay. Great. So, Iona, you spot on top of one of the cliffs, you spot a stone structure large enough to be considered home to a creature. Sky, you take a moment to examine the sky and you notice behind the clouds a full moon emerges.
Oh.
Cut, you notice something shifting through the undergrowth. In the low light, the silhouette makes them out to be carrying something large on their backs. Pivato, he suddenly realizes what would cause the footprints of a bear to suddenly turn into a humanoid.
A
And he says
werewolf.
that-
A werebear.
A werebear.
A werebear. The legend of the
Suddenly-
werebear.
Suddenly
way
you hear a
hardcore.
noise that resonates throughout the canyon from near the structure top of the cliff. And you hear the noise go, "Ow!" Think the Lone Wolf Initiative. It's at this point the figure moving in the bushes stands for full height, an adult turtle, weapons drawn, and they too let out a shriek of rage aimed directly at the snarling werebear at the top of the canyon. It's at this point I'd like to introduce Katie and her character.
Woohoo.
So, with the realization coming over you that you're about to be face to face with a ferocious werebear, I would like you all to roll initiative, please. So it's go time. First battle of the campaign.
21.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds. What we'll do is run down the order. So if you just keep a mental note of what your initiative order is, and then we will write it down. So 25 to 20, and Cut got 21. Okay, 20 to 15.
I got 16.
Okay, great to know.
Sorry, the sound's really choppy.
That's fine.
But if I'm delayed answering, that's why, because I'm trying to catch up to stuff.
You're fine. It's all the technical issues today. Don't you worry about it. So 16, 15 to 10. Anybody in that range? Okay.
Wait, well, where's the Oh, sorry, I found it.
Yep.
There's a lot of things to press.
There she
Okay,
is.
cool.
So Neo got a 12.
Oh, I got a 12 as well.
Awesome. And so did Pivato. I got a 12, and then Pivato got a 12. 10 to 5. Anybody?
8.
Okay. So you are going after the werebear. And then 5 to 0, but I think we've got everybody, have we not? So, roll call. Ayana, our new hero. Neo, Sky, Pivato, the werebear, and Cut. I think that is everybody. So, this is how a battle map looks. So I'd like to add to this. Here we go. Top of the round, Ayana, it's you to go first. You're currently here. What would you like to do? So I will say the werebear is on a cliff at the moment.
How high are the cliffs? Can I climb the cliffs? Because climbing doesn't take.
You
any
can, but
of
it'll take a couple
my-
of turns.
Okay, because climbing for me doesn't take any of my walking anymore.
Movement speed.
Yeah, any movement speed.
Sure, but to be fair, with all of you down there, they're probably going to jump down in the next turn or so.
All right. Okay, can I move next to our good friend Badra?
Sure.
to the other side so that I can hide afterwards.
Yep.
Hell yeah. And do I have a shot at the werebear?
You do.
Cool. Then I am going to try and shoot it with my short bow.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
18 to hit.
18 definitely hits. So roll for damage.
6.
Okay, so as the arrow goes in, you see that a second later, the wound heals and the arrow is pushed out, seemingly as if no damage is taken. Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
Hang on. No, because I don't think I can hide with my bonus action, so that's okay.
Can you not?
No, because it's not listed under my bonus actions.
But can you not take like a cunning action?
Oh
or
yeah,
something
no, yeah,
like that?
sorry. I just didn't see it. Yeah.
Okay,
Then,
that's fine. So would you like to hide in these bushes or?
yes, please.
Cool. Can you make a stealth check for me then, please?
I can.
Kessel, where did the damage go?
11.
Okay, great. So you considered hidden from your current position. Now we have the first turn of our new adventurer, Boris. What would you like to do?
So am I too far from the werewolf to charge it if there's a cliff in the way?
4, 5, 6, 8. So you're around about 100 feet away, and we'll say the cliff is around about 70 feet tall.
Okay, that will be too far then. I will move closer so that
So each of these squares are 10 feet.
I'm near it. So I can move 40 feet. So I'll move
1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say you push you there.
And then I will throw. Oh no. Yes, I will throw my javelin.
Sure.
One javelin, drop it off my back and throw it towards the werewolf.
Okay, go for it.
21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And then 4 damage.
Okay, great. So as the javelin goes in, again, the werebear pulls it out and the wound is healed. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's all for now. I'm mostly hoping that it's going to jump down now.
Sure.
So I'll wait in the hopes that happens.
Okay, so Neo is going to move up a little bit and cast a magic missile at 3rd level. I'm just waiting for a character sheet to load while I pad for time. That's not actions, and then I want spells. Magic level at... Actually, she's going to cast magic missile at 4th level.
Ooh.
So, and she rolls a 4. So, 5 points of damage, and it is... so what's that? 4 plus 5. So, 25 points of damage. One more data on each level. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 25 points of damage, and these hit.
And it doesn't look like it's healed back up straight away.
Nope. These are definitely worked. For a better word. Kessel, you're fine, my friend. You're fine. Okay, that is going to be her turn. Sky, you're up. Where is Sky? I haven't put Sky.
Yes, I can't see me on the board. Although I do have to go in about 5 minutes. Sorry, because I have to get ready for something. So, is there a way that I can like hide or something so I'm not in the way?
You can definitely hide. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you so that's not too much of a. Maybe I could do some bardic inspiration, just boost everybody up, and then just like I've got to hide in the bushes.
Sure. What would you like to do? Who to?
Oh, who's our strongest person that could really give the werebear some damage?
Any magical users, maybe.
Okay.
Not me.
Is it Neo?
Yeah,
Neo?
sure.
Okay, let's do that. What am I doing again? Well, I'm going to boost her up with some bardic inspiration. Right? Is that it?
Yeah.
All
So if you roll for, let me have a look to see what it would be. So is it D6s or D12s that you're rolling for bardic inspiration? It's okay. We'll look it up. It is.
Is this 1d8?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. So, would be under spells. No, it would be under actions, wouldn't it? And then that's fine. So we can get rid of those. Yeah. So if you roll 1d8 for me, and then tell me what you're going to sing/say to Neo to hyper up.
Okay, so it's a 4. Seeing as I felt like earlier we did get a bit of a School of Rock reference, I was like, "There's no way you can stop." Nero wins from the Epic Stars. Woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now she's got +4 of inspiration. I've made a note of that, so that is all good.
Cool. Shall I then just dive into a bush?
Sure, if you want to.
And just cheerlead on whilst I duck out. But so is that cool if I just because?
Of course, yeah. I can take over. That's fine.
No worries. Thanks so much, guys. That's fun.
Okay.
I will.
Take care.
Good luck.
Speak
Bye.
soon. Bye.
Bye.
So it is now Pavato's turn. So Pavato with the spells. Is he any good with those? Let us have a look. So we know he's good with longbow. We know he's good with his pair of short swords. But I don't think he's got any spells with him just yet. But we will have a look. So while that's doing, the werebear is on deck. So I will prepare anything like that. Do you have any spells? He does. He is going to cast Hunter's Mark on the werebear. So that is done as his bonus. And he is going to cast... where is he? So he's going to use his movement speed to rush up to here. And he's going to cast Spike Growth near the creature. So within 20 feet of the range around the werebear itself, all these spiky vines start growing out. And whenever a creature moves into or within this area, he takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet. So that is going to be his turn. So he casts that at 2nd level. So that is good. That is all good. So the werebear is going to take... he's going to take 12 points of damage as he moves through the spikes and then uses action to jump down to here. Going up here, that is going to be his turn. So that's what they're going to do. Cut is on you. What would you like to do? You are currently here.
Okay. So each square is 10.
Correct.
Or 5, 10. So my speed is 45, so I don't think I can quite get next to him in melee.
No, but we can get you 1, 2, 3. We can get you here.
Okay. So I can get closer if I want.
Actually, it's 45, right? So we can say you can get within melee range.
Oh yeah, go on then. I'm gonna just go unarmed strike and try and swipe in one.
Sure.
Ooh, 16 to hit.
16 definitely hits.
Nice. So that's 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so
If I wanted to do stunning strike, I'm new to that.
yeah.
Does he have a save against that?
I think it would be either strength save to make sure he's not knocked prone.
Okay. I can't see it now. Oh, there we go. When hit with a melee weapon or attack, so I think my hands count as a melee weapon.
Yep.
You can spend 1 key point to attempt a stunning strike. The target must succeed at a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Or be stunned until the end of my next turn.
Well, they rolled a natural 2, so I'm going to say they failed their Constitution save.
So yeah, 14 was the DC. So yeah.
Okay, cool beans. So the werebear is now stunned till the end of the next round. Ayana, sorry, is there anything else you'd like to do, Kat?
No, that's me.
Cool. Ayana, it is on you. You have line of sight from where you are.
Yeah, but clearly
you
my
wanted to
arrows
do
did
some-
nothing.
some-
So
Well, this is the thing. You're up against a creature who you've all seen is now not doing too much apart from taking damage from magic attacks. So, obviously, spending all your spell slots is not the only option for you here. So it's completely up to you as a party what you choose to do.
I mean, I don't have any spells. So guys, what do you want me to do? Yeah, exactly.
What's the now Kamel's gonna kill me if I get this wrong. What's always the fourth option in a Pokemon fight? So you've got like use an action, you've got like chuck a ball at him or the Pokemon, and then you've got another one, then you've got that fourth one.
Yeah, fucking run.
Could be an idea.
I mean, I'm already hidden, so
Well, you can always use your turn to kind of instruct your party that we're going to piece out of this one, get what we need. Do you happen to know what you might need to be able to deal like melee damage and all the rest of it?
I mean, I think we need silver because it's a fucking werebear.
Ding, 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 ding.
And so unless I can fashion some of these silver coins into arrow tips, I'm out.
No, but there'll be blacksmiths in Whitestone where it can do that for you.
So guys, unless we all suddenly have magic spells, I think maybe this is the kind of one we need to bounce from for now.
Are you in agreement?
I look to how am I saying Borasi? No.
Boris,
Boris.
Boris.
Borasi.
who is a giant turtle.
Because they were here before us.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like ask them. Oh, it's not my turn though.
Oh, sure, but it is Boris's go next after Anna, so they'll be able to ask anybody.
Okay. Well, basically, like, do you have any plan here? Do you have any idea? Or what's the plan here? Because I feel like they were here before. They might have
all of the silver.
They might have all the silver.
I mean, yeah, if I can ask, I tracked it here. It needs to die for what it did. I plan to kill it. I don't really have a plan beyond that.
All right, have fun. I'll leave you to it.
We can say that in the event of this, that you all decide in that you want to peace out from this for now, and Boris joins your bandit brigade and runs away from this fight for now, and we will see if this werebear will. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say if you explain to Boris that they need silver, which they don't currently have, so they can't currently stab it to death, then they'll be on board with piecing
Okay.
out.
Sure.
Cool.
So, yeah.
He's
so we say
he's stunned until the start of my turn anyway. So if everyone starts to run, then I can follow. I'm not sure if he'll be able to.
So he won't get any attacks of opportunity because he is stunned. So if you did want to peace out and slowly make your way south to the entrance, then we can make that happen.
Yeah, I think that's the smart thing for now.
Yeah?
Good job on the stunning cut. Thank you.
Cool beans. So we will say, will this werebear ever find justice? Find out on the next episode of Dungeons and Dragons. Well done, team. I think we've all had a long day, so we're going to call it there. We've been going for just over an hour. But yeah, with the various technical difficulties and making one of my party members sick with the echo problem, we are going to call it there for today. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for joining. And we'll be here same time next time for more Dungeons and Dragons. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Love you, Cass.